what's up, guys? It's Ken's Money Matters here as usual, and today we're going to be bringing in a new investment product that a lot of you would be interested in. Have you thought of investing in Uganda? Have you thought of going out of your comfort zone, out of your country, out of your familiar zone, and investing in some other countries that could offer you much better opportunities? And that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be bringing you new opportunities in new countries that you could actually get into. So this is for Ugandans and for those who are outside Uganda who can take advantage of amazing opportunities that will just shock you in Uganda that you can just start right away. So guys, I'm traveling right now, so I'm not in my familiar zone, but I have to do a video always. It's consistency, and I have to deliver. I have to make sure that you guys get something important at the end of the week. I have to make sure that we continue learning, we continue investing, and we continue on that path to financial freedom. And I'm so serious about that path to financial freedom. We walk it together, we learn it together. And remember, if you want us to design you a plan, design you a game plan, come to Ken's Money Matters. We now have amazing packages whereby we go through the mindset, we go through goals and objectives, we go through a financial health assessment, we go through financial game plan, we go through all investment options, and we go through discussion and basically brainstorming on what we call income generation activities and opportunities that you could actually get into and start making money as soon as possible. And of course, if you want Forex trading, I'm still available. So guys, welcome to Ken's Money Matters as usual. So make sure you check out our website, www.kensmoneymatters.com. Please remember, we are not stopping. We are not looking at this financial journey as something so long that we can't really afford or something that we can't wait for. We can achieve this. We can reach a point whereby, we don't have to work. I've tried it, I've tested it, and I'm still gonna do it again. I'm 100% sure. So you need to be sure and follow me on this journey to financial freedom, guys. Otherwise, right now, I'm just bringing you another opportunity that could push you to that financial freedom goal. Here at Ken's Money Matters, talk about the money mindset, how to make that money, how to invest that money, how to enjoy that money, how to manage that money, and how to invest that money and assure yourself of a lifetime of income. Basically, financial freedom. How do you make sure you have that lifetime income? So guys, let's head on to my laptop. This is going to be a proper learning process for all of us. We're just going to do the research together. I show you how I do the research, and how I come up with these things. So you're going to see the bonds and the offer and the rates, and how to even invest in Uganda if you want to start investing as soon as possible, every single thing. So follow me to my laptop and let's start this lesson, guys. Welcome here once again. So you want to invest in Uganda, you want to invest in the Treasury Bonds in Uganda. I have done so many videos on Treasury Bonds, so I guess everyone watching this will know what a Treasury Bond is. But if you don't worry, because we're still going to cover some of the basic stuff about Treasury Bonds. Why do I dwell so much on Treasury Bonds, Treasury bills? Because they help you get into that journey of investing. They give you guaranteed returns. They're safe. They're backed by the government. Your principal amount is safe. It's a good place for those who are starting investment to get into, because you have no fear of volatility, and it's very easy to manage, very easy to invest in. And of course, you have that regular income that comes every 6 months for bonds, and of course, even much shorter period if you're doing bills. So this is why I focus so much on bonds, again, because our governments have not failed when it comes to bonds, even though they are rated lowly internationally because of our currencies, but our governments have always paid their domestic debt. This is what we call a domestic debt. So guys, so this is the Bank of Uganda website. Simple, yeah? So you come to the Bank of Uganda website, and this is where you get most of the information that you may want. But before we come here, I want to take you to a different page where you're going to see the different things that you'd want to know about investing in Uganda. So number one, I know foreigners will be asking me, hey, can I invest if I'm a foreigner? Yes, you can invest if you're a foreigner. So this thing is on a Word document. I downloaded this already from the site, and you have all the information that you may want. Again, this is also from the site, the Bank of Uganda. How to invest in government treasury bonds. Every single thing you may want here, all the information about contacting them, reaching out to them. And I like the way Uganda has done it. They have given much more in-depth information about this process than the Kenyan government has done. And I'm going to do another one for Tanzania too, which is doing amazing with their bonds too. So stay tuned, guys. Anyways, so here we're looking at how to invest in Uganda, and we just want to look at all those details that you will be asking me. And if you don't understand anything, ask me on the comments below. Let me know what you think. And this is a good place for you to start investing. And remember, you can invest if you're a foreigner and going to see all those things. So this is an introduction to this small booklet, which you can find again on that same site that we were on, Bank of Uganda. I'll show you. But this is a booklet that explains every single thing. You don't need anyone to take you through anything. You make a decision to start investing today, you can start now. You don't even have to wait for a finance coach. I'm not saying, oh, you have to come. If you want to come and make for your financial plan to help you make the decisions, to help you, understand money and manage your money better, that's different. But for some of these things, if you're someone who knows what to do stuff with regards to finance and investment, it's very straightforward. All you need is a laptop or a phone or whatever. Get into the internet, download this booklet, read every single thing, and follow every single thing that they say. So Treasury bond in Uganda is 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 years. I've seen a 20-year one too. So that would also mean that they have a much longer one. They may be issued at par value, at a discounted value, or at a premium value. I'll explain those ones. At par value, that's just the face value of the bond. Discounted, it means you're paying a discounted amount, getting a much higher value, and premium is meaning you are paying much higher, so that will be taken off as your cost. It brings your returns a bit lower as premium. So there are different ways in which these bonds are offered. You always have to know what your bond is, okay? Whether it is at par value, discount, or premium. Remember, you are paid after every 6 months based on the face value of the bond until maturity. So every 2 years, every 1 year you get your money, but every 6 months you get your money in the bank account. But the annual interest is annually. The interest is annually, pardon me. The interest is annually, but you get your money every 6 months. Who can invest? That's a good question. Residents and non-residents, as long as you have what we call a CSD account, which we're going to look at in a few minutes. So a CSD account is what you need, all you need to start investing in treasury bonds. Doesn't matter where you are from, if you're from Kenya, from Uganda, from wherever in the diaspora, all you need is an ID that will allow you to open that CSD account. It can be individual or organizations or corporates. You have to be 18 years. What must I do to invest in treasury bonds? Register with the CSD, Securities, basically the Central Securities Depository System, Bank of Uganda. Almost the same process with Kenya, same process with Tanzania, most countries I would say in Africa. What is the Central Securities Depository System? They have given you all the information you may require. That's not very important to us at the moment. If you want us to talk about that in another video. How do you open it? That's the most important question. People will be asking me, how do I open this CSD account? Complete a CSD account opening form, which again you will find on that same site, the Bank of Uganda site. Provide one passport photograph, submit the completed form to your bankers, and then you're good to go. Imagine that simple. The CSD forms are available at the bank headquarters and all other bank currency centers. So you can imagine. How much money do I need to invest in government bonds? Another question that most people are always asking. How much do I need to invest in government bonds? You can invest in treasury bonds for a minimum face value of 100,000. Same with Kenya. But this is of course in Ugandan shillings. So the face value of that particular bond should be 100,000. We have what we call competitive and non-competitive bids. That just depends on what kind of bid are you going to put in when you're going for the auctioning, basically. There's a limit for competitive, there's a limit for non-competitive. Depends on the amount of money too that you're going to be bidding. Application forms are available at the Bank of Uganda. They must be submitted by 9. All the information. How can I know the terms of treasury bond issue? All these terms are available on the website when they offer the bond. I'll show you that. How can I compute the cost of my bid? It's the cost of your bid, which is equal to the face value, which is the maturity value, times the price divided by 100, because they always use a base value of 100. Again, so example of computing cost of bids on auction day. So if it is a discounted bond, you know how to do the cost. If it is a treasury bond priced at par, you know how to do the cost. If it's a treasury bond priced at premium, you know how to do the calculation. Very simple, guys. So again, I'm not going to get into those calculations. If you want to get into them, get here or look for me or get into this particular document and look at it. How can I determine the yield of the rate of return? Again, rate of return, you don't have to worry about that because most of the time when the bond results are out, you can easily know the rate of return on your bond. Just wait for the bond, depending on if you went non-competitive or competitive. Paying for successful competitive bids, and then how do you make the payment after you are successful? Payment for bids is effected by electronically by your debiting your bank debiting your account with your bankers. So as long as your money is in your bank account, the Bank of Uganda will take that money from that bank account. Simple. How much interest will I earn on my bid? Again, that will depend on the coupon interest. So the interest is equal to the face value times the coupon interest at the number of years of the bond plus the face value minus the cost. Now, the cost here, if it's a discounted one, then it becomes a positive cost because then it was discounted. If it is not a discounted one, it's like premium one, then the cost becomes an actual cost for you and lowers your rate of return. So again, you must decide what kind of bond you're going for, but it doesn't interfere so much with your rate of return anyway. Don't be obsessed with small things. The next question that most people always ask, what if I need my money before treasury bond matures? Because sometimes these bonds take so long. You can sell your treasury bond. Same thing. You can find ways of selling it to a different broker, to someone else, or tell the Bank of Uganda to sell it, find a buyer for it. How will I know the value of my bonds in the secondary market? That's something you need to ask brokers. You need to ask commercial banks that are also dealing in this. How will I receive my coupon? It will be going to your account, the commercial bank account, every interest day, coupon interest day, the day they promise to give you your money. How will I receive my investment when the treasury bond matures? The Bank of Uganda will transmit the proceeds of your treasury bond investment to your commercial bank. So your money will get back to your account. Will I have to pay tax? Yes, you have to pay tax based on that particular bond, right? Of course, we know that infrastructure bonds in Kenya are not taxed. These ones, most of them will inform you at the time they're offering if it is taxed. Treasury bond invitations to tender, we'll see that. Steps to participate, complete the CDS form. Yeah, make sure if you're placing a bid in excess of 200 million, that's a competitive bid. Provide the price per 100 for your bid. If you're placing a bid of 200 million or less, your price will be determined the auction's lowest price of the successful competitive bids, and you should leave the space for price per 100 blank. So this is just basically depending on the kind of bid that you'd be going to. I do assume most people will be going for the non-competitive bid, which is where you wait for the least successful bid after the auctions. So deliver your bid to the primary dealer. Bank of Uganda will issue an advice on statement for CSD to calculate your investment in your treasury bonds. So the Bank of Uganda will tell you, hey, you are now invested and you are ready to go. So this covers most questions that people do ask about bonds. And you know, how do I get my money if I want it early? How much should I invest? How do I open that CSD account? How do I do this? It answers all those questions. Plus, those who are foreigners or in the diaspora but want to invest, it also tells you, yes, you can invest. No excuses. So let's go back to the Bank of Uganda site. I would not look into most of them right now. I've been reading them quite extensively, but we want to just focus on treasury bonds, auction results, and yields. So if you want to see auction results and yields, this is the place to come. It will tell you all those downloadable prices and yields of bonds. Then it will now tell you, hey, how are the bonds doing? What are the returns and stuff like that. If you want to look at, for example, invitation to tender, for example, so invitation to tender, then here you can easily find any invitation. Bank of Uganda invest application for treasury bond as follows. The benchmark is a 2-year bond. This is 10% reopening. It's a reopening. That's still quite good for a 2-year bond. That's really good. And then look at this one, 10-year bond, 16%. Yeah. This has a withholding tax of 20%, so you have to consider that. So this short one, sometimes they have very high withholding tax. This has a withholding tax of 10%. The auction date is 23rd of February. Settlement date when you should pay is 24th of February. Okay, so let's look at the coupon interest rate. This is 10% for the first one. And those are the interest payment dates, I do believe. And then we have the other one, which is 16% and the interest payment dates. Very simple, right? So these are all the information about this bond, the minimum competitive bid amount that they would want, the minimum non-competitive they would want. So they have all the information that you'd want about that particular bond and any calculation you may want to do based on what I told you earlier. There was one for January. Let's see the 15-year one for January and how it did or how it was. So the 15-year one for January, you can see 17% for 3 years. 17%, guys. That's money that you're getting on your money. Which investment is going to give you that kind of money? If you're consistent, you build billions of money if you want to. Millions and millions. Consistency and cash flow. If you have money, you're going to make it properly. 17% is a good amount. 16% is good. So this is a 3-year one, 17%, 20% as tax. 15-year one, 16.2%, 10% as tax. You do your calculation based on how long you want to fix your money, and you decide on what you want to do and which one you want to go for. Again, that's another one. These are the ones that have been issued at least for this year. So I wanted to look at a different one. These are the forms. If you want any kind of forms, this is the place you get the forms, results and yield curves for T-bills and T-bonds. And secondary market trades, you can also check how they are trading on the secondary market right here. Invitation to tender, we have done that already. Okay, so the next part that I really wanted to get into was the bills and bonds issuance calendar. This one will give us a more in-depth view of what we expect. So this will tell us what we are expecting 2021, 2022. So if we look at this particular one, let me just expand this. Okay. So this is the calendar for government securities, and this is what I saw from one of my clients. Thanks, Jen, if you're watching. And I was like, wow, this is impressive. So I went digging, like the whole of today I've been digging and looking at government bonds in Uganda and stuff, because I was planning to do one on Tanzania, but I realized, wow, this is amazing. Let me do this first. So as you can see, this particular one, T-bonds and T-bills and T-bonds issuance calendar for 2021, 2022. The auction dates are all here when they're going to be auctioned. And then now we're looking at bonds mainly. Forget about the bills for now. So we're looking at the 2-year ones. I believe that they are market determined, so they haven't put the coupon rates here. Okay, note that there's only one new bond for 2 years in the openings. I know that's fine. So anyway, you can see here T-bonds and T-bills. Other T-bonds, we have 2 year all the way to 20 years. So 2-year one, they're giving you all the auction dates here. The different auction dates. I believe now the auction dates are 23rd, for example, this is 23rd, 24th, and it will mature in 2023 September. There's one that was for last month, in December last year, again maturing in 2023. Another one was in September last year. So that's for the 2-year one. Let's go to 3 years. Remember, most of our people are long-term investors. We want to build wealth. 3 years, we are looking at 17%. Guys, that is awesome. When I say awesome, I mean awesome. This is 17%, guys. As you can see, this was in August 2021. There was another 17% in October 2021. There was another 17% coupon rate. Again, this was in January. This was last month, actually. And then another 17%. We are looking at April this year. Again, those who want to invest, look at this one. Watch out, watch out, watch out. That's 17% going to come out. Awesome. So that's 3 years. We have 17%. If you're getting 17% of your money, you're getting good money. And I mean good money. And then let's look at it this way. So imagine if you have like dollars or pounds or euros, you convert it, you invest. Of course, you will lose some money when you're converting it back to your currency or whatever currency you want to use it in. But it doesn't eat away all the kind of interest that you will have earned from these bonds. Plus, the local Ugandans needs to take advantage of this thing. Like, you have a big opportunity here. So 5 years, we have 16, 16, 16, and 16. So the first ones, I believe, this up to this year was up in December. We have one in March, 16%, and we have one in June at 16%. That's for 5 years. 10 years, again, 16, 16, 16, 16. And remember, this is just 10% tax, withholding tax. So for the 10-year one, we are looking at, one was this month, at the end of this month, actually. And then the other one, which is next week. Then the other one will be in May. That's for 16%. And for 10-year bond. For 15 years, 16, 16, 16, 16. Again, one was in January and one is going to be in April. For the 20-year one, 17.5. My God, that is almost 18. My God. 17.5%. And there is one that is going to be auctioned in March. And then another one will be auctioned in June. Man, these are amazing bonds coming up. This is information that you may want to keep, screenshot and keep. Go and look for these bonds online, like I've told you the website. Go and look for this calendar, look at it, have a financial plan, think of when you want to start investing in them and get going. These are opportunities that you should never let go. With 17.5%, we're talking about almost 18%. And that means even with a 10% tax rate, you're still making massive return on your investments. So take advantage. Otherwise, guys, I hope this is helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you're gonna be taking advantage of these opportunities. See you. Peace out. Share, like, comment, and remember, subscribe.